All right, guys, we'll get this going. We're going to talk a little bit tonight on the Thursday training for basically everything, right? We're going to talk about everything. But let me first bring up the April incentives and April stuff that's going on. We'll cover this really quick. If you guys got questions, throw it in the Zoom chat, and we'll kind of walk through a little bit of everything. All right, so here we go. So field training bonus, guys, like if you came on in the month of April at all, you have the normal $50 for logging into your app within 24 hours. And then you have an extra $50 for finishing your pre-licensing in the first 30 days. All that means is get through whatever your state requirement is for the chapters and your readiness exam, pre-licensing exam, practice exam, certificate exam. Every state calls it something different. But you just get through those and you bank an extra $50. Okay. So you'd have 100 sort of hanging out in a credit, but that doesn't convert until a real bonus until you have one teammate and 1,000 in annual premium. So like an $84 a month policy or any combination that gets you to 1,000. Okay. So that's what that looks like for the extra bonus. Like this extra pre-licensing $50. Primerica turns that on, turns that off. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it doesn't exist at all. So right now, I mean, if you're going to get licensed anyway, just get through the course a little faster for an extra $50, right? It just makes sense. Just do it. All right. Here's the fun ones though. Guys, how many people do you think you know that probably want to save some money on home and auto insurance? I mean, probably everybody, right? Because no one's happy paying what they're paying right now for their car insurance, especially home insurance too, right? So right now, the easiest thing that you could do to kind of get in front of someone, especially if you were just starting out and wanted to like sort of start getting the word out there, is, hey, I mean, Matt, dude, who are you using for home and auto? Are you happy with it? Wait for an answer. Probably not. Like if I could save you some money on something you're already spending money on, is that something you'd be open to taking a look at? It's like a 20-minute phone call. Most people are going to say yes, guys, right? And I'll put out in the Zoom chat or like in the team chat here in a little bit an easy script text, and then just put your own rep ID in there as the discount code. All right. Super simple, super simple. I think Webb's just threw it in there for you guys, or Haley did. Thank you. Guys, can you throw that in the Telegram as well so it stays? Because once we leave the Zoom, it'll be gone. But guys, put
I
your,
put it in Telegram too.
thank you, thank you. But guys, use your own rep ID, your own solution number, your own agent number as the discount code, as the referral, because regardless of the state that you're in, if you do three this month, on the third one, you get an extra $75 bonus. And then every successful referral after that is another $75 bonus. So let's say, for example, you call and save yourself money on home and auto and you switch. That's one. Your brother calls and switches. Two. Your best friend calls and switches. Three. On the third one, you get the $100 for the auto referral and an extra $75. And then every referral after that, you make an extra $75 plus your comp. Pretty simple, right? Home referral is like 95, auto referral is 100, depending on the state that you're in. Okay. If you have questions on that, we can go over that as well. But just remember, in order to get the bonus, you have to use your rep ID, right? Because they're a cumulative thing. And that's only for this month, only for April. All right, PLPP bonus. So legal shield, right? This is how we do wills, trust, powers of attorney, those sorts of things. You do not have to be licensed at all to do these things. It's just a referral product. Now, if you're in South Carolina, I'm sorry, Legal Shield, yes, you do. But every other state that people are from, you do not need it. Okay. So below RVP, same thing, right? You do three, and on the third one, you get an extra bonus. Now, these are cheaper products, right? Legal Shield is like maybe 25, $30 a month, depending on the plan, but it's still a 75 bonus for every sale after three, right? And so I think the commission on these is like 50, $60. If you're, promoted to a higher level, you get more, but pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Crazy dogs. So guys, leadership, super easy, and you don't need to be licensed. And remember, every one of these products, you can be your own referral. It counts, right? It totally counts. So if you need a will, if you want to be able to have a trust set up, if you needed some sort of power of attorney, if you needed like uncontested name changes, divorces, Legal Shield does all of that for you. Okay. Vivint. Here's a super easy one. Here's a super easy one. Yeah, I think my volume was cutting out because the dogs were barking. The Vivint guys, so like Legal Shield, or not Legal Shield, but like home securities, cameras, doorbells, monitoring. Vivint, you don't, this is not like a door-to-door thing, right? This is you're talking to somebody and you bring it up. Well, every successful two Vivint referrals, you make an extra 250. That's 250 on top of the 250 that you got for each referral. Again, if you want cameras for your house right now, all it takes to get that is one camera because you're going to get a doorbell for free. The doorbell is free. It counts as the second camera. So all the client has to do is get one camera. The doorbell's free, and they get their first month of monitoring for free right now in April too. Plus, if you're new and you do the Vivint new rep bonus, you make an extra 200 if you're within your first 30 days and do a referral. So listen, if you did two referrals for Vivint and you're new, you would make 200 plus 500 for the two referrals. That's 700 plus 250 for the bonus. That'd be a 950 Vivint comp for two referrals if you're brand new. Holy smokes. That's crazy. Like that's almost $1,000 for referring two Vivint clients. And remember, all you need is a camera and a doorbell. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. Securities licensing blitz. I don't think we have anybody that's going to be close enough for this because you'd have to be licensed by fully licensed by June 30th and do your first 1,000 in securities production. Matt, you got a chance. Could do it, right? You could definitely do it. Old phone. Who is that? Somebody just said old phone. Can you walk through a customer situation? Old phone. You can unmute yourself. Yes, this is a friendly environment. We can talk. Hey, Sam. So yeah, I mean, Sam, let's be honest, dude. Hey, have you guys ever thought about putting cameras in, like doorbells for the house, like security monitoring, anything like that? You're muted, bro. You're muted. I, I can't have a conversation if you're muted.
Yeah, we already have. I mean, I'm sorry, but we already have security at our house.
Nice, man.
So,
Are you like super happy with it?
uh, yeah.
Okay. No worries. Do you know anybody else that could benefit from having a security system like yours, but maybe a little better?
Yeah, I probably know a few people.
Nice. Do you think it would be pretty simple to explain to them how happy you are with your security system and show them even better one and show them what a great opportunity it would be to get a free camera in their first month of monitoring for free for their doorbell and everything?
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
literally that simple.
Okay, and then so then you just kind of like give them the phone number to call, or do you go into the app? Because I was listening to the other girl the other day, and I think Andy
Mhm.
was showing something in the app, like how to do it that way,
You can't
and
do
also it's
yeah, I'm with you, man. You can't do Vivint in the app. You have to do Vivint with the actual like Vivint rep. You have to have the client call. Okay.
okay.
So here's a Vivint promo really quick. I'll change the screen share so you can see this. But no joke, guys. Vivint is awesome. Like if you thought your like ADT or whatever you have is cool, Vivint's better, right? And here's the phone number. And if you just give someone the phone number and make sure they have your rep ID, that's your discount code, right? But here's your like pro doorbell camera. Here's all of the other stuff that can go along with a Vivint system, right? You got smart hub drive, you got the quick set like digital lock, you got indoor, outdoor cameras, uh, controllable thermostat, your smart home app that controls everything in one place. So it's really way more than just security. It's like an entire like smart home solution. Vivint's huge. Like if you guys have never heard of Vivint, like the Utah Jazz play in Vivint Stadium. It's gigantic, right? It's huge. So Vivint is super cool. Again, here's the phone number. And if you guys wanted to call and check on that yourself, go for it. See what it looks like, see what it sounds like. Because the best thing to do on all of these is call for yourself first. Whether you're going to do it or not, who cares? But call, see the process. That way, if you're having a conversation with somebody, you know exactly what they're about to go through. Does that make sense? I mean, you might as well, right? And it's the same thing for the home and auto. You should call yourself first. See what the process is going to be like. That way you can explain exactly what someone's about to go through. Okay. All right. Any questions on Vivint? Any questions on Vivint? Yes, no, maybe. All right. If you're new within April and you still want to, or you still need to go like figure out that new rep thing, right? So go to Primerica Online where I'm at now, go to products, and then go to Vivint. And it walks you through everything. Where is it? Is there incentives, compensation? It's one of these. There's a video on here somewhere. Hold on. Here you go. New rep incentive. So if you're brand new in April, go watch this. It logs it because you're logged into your POL, and then that will make you eligible for the extra $200 bonus if you refer someone within the month of April, the 1st through the 30th. Incentive, 2 referrals. That's 950 bucks you're going to make without a license. That's crazy. I think it's the best incentive Vivint has ever done that I've ever seen. Like, no joke. Right. All right. So any questions on the incentives going on right now for April, guys? Right. Let me one more time. Get licensed quickly, bank an extra 50 within your first 30 days. Extra 75 bucks on your third one, and then everyone after that for home and auto referral. If you guys have never called for yourself, do it first. Right. PLPP, same thing, right? Extra 75 bucks on every three or on the third one and thereafter. And then Vivint, we just went over this one. We hammered it. Okay. If there's no questions on that, I'm going to jump over into sort of like what makes Primerica special, and then that'll walk us into some of the compensation stuff. Okay. So let me bring this up really quick. This one. Oh, too far. Don't get dizzy. Okay, this is a Primerica overview slide deck. A lot of other places are uh, hierarchies will use this for like an opportunity night, like if they were going to try to explain stuff to everybody. This one's a little bit old, right? It's because it says we only have 130,000 licensed reps. We have like 160,000 now. Can you guys believe that? There are about 160,000 licensed agents roaming around North America representing Primerica. That's crazy. On our way to 200,000. Okay. We're publicly traded, guys. We've been publicly traded since 2010. We just hit our 15-year anniversary on the New York Stock Exchange. The company's worth somewhere between $9 and $10 billion, depending on the market, right? We've been doing it for almost 50 years. Originally came out in 1977. Who's seen these awards before? Like Forbes Best Insurance in 2022. Investors Business Daily, Most Trusted Financial. I mean, I'll take that, right? A Dalbar Mutual Fund Service Award. We actually just got one for 2024. That one goes back over 20 consecutive years. They don't just hand these out, guys. America's like AM Best ratings. Okay, I'll take it. Like A plus with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, right? They're all out there. These are all of the different things that you have access to as a Primerica agent, right? Everybody starts right here with a life insurance license because it's the one thing with our name on it, and it's the foundation for the financial house, right? Everybody wanted to talk about investing tonight. Investing is great. But if I just open you an investment account today, even if we max it out, but I don't do life insurance for you, and I lose you 6 weeks from now, that investment account, I mean, it's nice, but it's not going to pay your family for a few years. The life insurance is the only thing that's going to do that. And that's why it's the foundation for a financial house, right? So our life insurance product is the only one that we solicit. It's the only one that we offer because it's the best. When you're comparing term products, it's the best life insurance out there because of everything that's built into the product. Okay. So life insurance, investments. Those two things are the bread and butter, like meat and potatoes of what we do. Buy term and invest. Okay. Everything else is sort of like a side dish. All of these little guys over here, these are called client solutions. Okay. Answer Financial is home and auto. Vivint, we already talked about. Identity theft and Legal Shield generally go together. Okay. Those are sort of like side dishes, but those are things that you can offer clients that make you completely different from someone that just has a life insurance license. Because now you can do someone's life insurance. Even if you're not securities licensed, you can link someone up with me, or once there's somebody else that's securities licensed, you can link them up with them and they can do some investments for them as well. We do mortgages, guys. Like if you needed to refinance or you want to get mortgage licensed, you can get mortgage licensed. There are so many opportunities. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And that's what makes you different because you're sort of like an Amazon of finance for somebody. You can do everything, right? You can do everything. Skip this, skip this. We can kind of talk about some of this. So high cost of waiting. All right. Now this is kind of tying into the investment side of things that everybody wanted to talk about. Guys, every year that you wait to start investing, you're losing money by like handfuls, if not fistfuls. Okay. So I mean, look at the difference here. This is just 200 bucks a month at 9% compounded. All right. The dude that starts at 25 and does it for 40 years, just 200 bucks a month, has almost $1 million at the end. But look at this. You wait 1 year and you lose 80 grand. That's insane. Wait 5 years and you lose $350,000. You lose a third of the money. That's insane. In 5 years. Wait 15 years, you lose 70% of the money. That's the high cost of waiting. Because what's actually happening is you're losing doubling periods, right? You're losing the compounding of the money going in. It has not so much to do with how much money is going in, it's how long the money is in, right? We call that time in the market. Okay. Let's jump back up here really fast. Rule of 72. Oh, it's down here. Okay. So what you just saw in action was what we call the rule of 72. 72 divided by the interest rate that you think your money is going to receive, or at least estimated to receive, is how long it takes it to double. Okay. So in this example, guys, this $10,000 is put into three different accounts. No extra money is ever added, like external money. Everything that money becomes is compounded. 72 divided by 3 is 24. 24 years to double at 3%. So think of like a certificate of deposit at a bank or a money market account even, right? Those accounts are designed essentially to pace with inflation. That's it, right? Because 24 years from now, it's going to take you 20 grand to do the same thing as 10 today. That's inflation. Okay. Look, at 6%, your money only doubles one more time in that same period. And at 12%, quite a few. The mistake that most people make in their brain is they go, oh, well, I mean, heck, 3% versus 12, that's only 4 times better. It's not that big a deal. Well, fast forward 48 years and tell me again that it's not that big a deal. Because 48 years from now, the difference is 40,000 compared to almost 2.6 million. That's a hell of a big deal, right? It's not just about the interest, it's about how many times the money is going to double in that same period of time. And look, guys, 48 years, this is why it's so important to set your kids up with custodial Roth IRAs. Because if you can put an account in your child's name right now at 1 year old, at 1 year old, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go straight to it. Y'all are killing me. I can't handle it. Look at this. At 1 year old, right? At one, if you just put 50 bucks a month into an account for your kid, 9%, that's the S&P, right? You have almost 67 years of compounding. Look, if they're babies and they like barely just getting started, watch what the extra year does. It's like another 200 grand. An extra $600 becomes an extra $200,000 because of the rule of 72. That's unreal. Like this is the kind of math that like people can't unsee. But once they've seen it, they want it. They have no idea how it works. They trust you to like lead them to that promised land of this is how it works. But honestly, guys, most people don't ever get into this because no one ever shows them. People think, oh, like, yeah, you gotta be rich to invest. I can't do that. Like, wrong. You gotta start. Because if you never start, you will never be wealthy. But if you start somewhere along the way, somebody in your family has a chance, right? But if none of us ever start, it's never going to change. So are we going to be the change or are we just going to assume that we can never change anything? Got to be the change, guys, right? Somewhere along the way, we have to break the curse. We have to break that financial curse. Okay. So cost of waiting, we already went through that. What's going on? Okay, buy term and invest. So we're going to keep going down the investment side of things. This is this is truly what makes Primerica different, right? Other companies, I can't name names because we're recording this, but there are some other companies that sell primarily mutual funds, but they focus purely and very, very heavily on cash value life insurance. Why? Because it makes their agents a lot of money and it makes the company a lot of money. But here's the difference, right? If you meet a client that's got about 100 grand in whole life, cash value life insurance each, and they're paying about 235 bucks a month. By the time they're 65, that $235 a month is going to be roughly 75 grand in cash value of the policies that if they want to keep their life insurance, they will have to borrow the money in order to get it. The only other option at that point is to surrender the policies, pay some sort of penalty, and then take the cash and lose the life insurance. Okay, so 30 years, they lose the life insurance, and the only way to get the money is to borrow it or surrender it and lose the life insurance, right? Otherwise, the other option is keep the life insurance and then borrow the money. But guys, when you borrow money from a bank, what do you have to do with it? Put it in the Zoom chat. What do you have to do with it? You have to pay it back with interest, right? And this is where they get you. They're like, oh yeah, you can use it to, buy a house, pay for college, blah, blah, blah. With a loan that you have to pay back. And oh, by the way, if you take the loan and then never pay it back, when you die, the life insurance pays the loan first plus interest, and then your family gets the rest. There have been situations where people took loans against their cash value policy that rode for so long that the interest actually depleted the death benefit. It's insane. It's insane. So here's what we do, and this is what makes us different. Buy term and put the difference between what they were paying over here into a Roth. Okay, so look, in this situation, you give John and Mary 2.5 times the coverage. You give them each 250,000 in a term policy. Okay, it's 82 bucks a month because they're 30 and they're young and they're healthy, right? Then you take that other 153 bucks and you put it into a Roth IRA. At 9%, it's 280 grand. Like, I'm no math magician, guys, but I'll take 280 grand tax free in a Roth over 74 grand that I have to borrow. If I want this at 65, I call my guy and I say, cash me out, bro, I'm done. Okay, it's a Roth, tax free. Here's your money. I'm getting a check for $282,000 that I don't have to borrow, and I ain't paying nobody back. That's the difference, right? So when we say buy term and invest, this is what we mean. This is what we mean, right? So and this is going to help us kind of tie into like income compensation and those sorts of things, right? So cash flow quadrant, right? There's really four ways in life to make money. You can have a job, right? You show up, you clock in, you clock out. It's based on your position. You're completely replaceable, right? It's 100% off of one lifestyle. All of your income relies on you, right? You can be self-employed. Well, guess what? Now you own a job, right? If your business can't run without you, you just own your job. And for a lot of us in the beginning, that's what this looks like. And until you build that system, that's what it's going to look like. That's okay. But look who else owns their jobs: dentists, lawyers, hairstylists, landscapers, right? Now, here's where it starts to get fun on this side over here, right? When you when you're a business owner and you own a system and you have systems working for you, i.e. Primerica, or here's a really simple example, right? If I go buy a lawnmower and I decide to cut lawns and I charge 50 bucks a pop, right? I can only cut so many lawns in a day, right? I'm on this side of the chart. But here's where you become a business owner. I'm going to go buy 10 more lawnmowers, right? And I'm going to give them to everybody. And I'm going to say, hey, Haley, Traylyn, Angela, Bernardo, Matt, you guys go cut the lawns. You keep 40, you cut me 10, right? Now I've got five people going out cutting lawns. They're making 40 bucks a lawn. They're pretty happy. But in the same hour that they cut grass, I made 50 bucks. It's the same 50 bucks I would have made cutting the same grass. So do I want five people cutting grass or 500? 500, right? Did something just click for a lot of you guys now when it comes to recruiting, building a business, teaching people how to duplicate, teaching people how to sell a product that is good for people? There it is, right? So there's your business. You own a system. It's unlimited potential through duplication. It's unlimited, literally unlimited. And then here's where you go from business owner to investor, right? Because once you have free capital and free market, right, you start putting money to work. This is when your money's working for you. This is when you kind of live off of that Warren Buffett rule, where if you're not making money while you're sleeping, you're going to work forever, right? So most of us need to figure out how to go from this to this. There's a little portion of time where we're right here. This is where I'm at right now. I own the brokerage, but without me around, it doesn't do what it has the capacity to do yet. Okay. So we're right here. We're moving here. My job is to move all of you here as fast as possible, then here. You guys with me on that? That's why we say discretion is the enemy of duplication. Because if you're out there trying it your own way and you're changing the recipe, you will not get the same cake. You won't get the same cookies. Insert your recipe. I don't care, right? But if you change it, it ain't gonna taste the same. So don't change it, right? Like if you want my results, if you want our results, if you want Andy's results, follow the recipe. We give it to you. We make it simple, right? We make it super simple. I'm gonna skip this really quick. Here's another way to think about this, right? Agent and broker model, right? I'm your broker because I own the brokerage. But guess what? All of you have the potential to be the broker. Every one of you are building a business within a business. Okay. And Primerica actually incentivizes us to promote you to regional vice president. We want it, guys, like you have to think of this as a regional vice president factory. I want every single one of you to be a regional vice president. Because if all of you guys become regional vice presidents, we'll be in the circle of champions, senior national sales directors, right? And the reason that we're incentivized to promote you is because of replacement, and we'll get into that. But like, just know in the back of your mind that there is no ceiling. No one's artificially holding you back. If you outperform and outproduce, you will run at your own pace. No one will ever hold you back. Okay. So we're gonna go through this really quick. Here's kind of the potential, guys. Like, look at this. As a regional vice president, if I help two clients a month and one investment client, on average off my own pen, I'll make about 4,400 bucks, right? If I just override a couple of regional leaders and they each do two clients and two investments, make another 1,800 bucks. Look what happens when you get just a little bit bigger. 2 and 2, and then 10 and 5. This is assuming you're building a balanced business, right? You're doing life insurance and investments, which you should be. There's no reason that any regional vice president in Primerica should make less than 100 grand a year. Zero. Zero reason, right? Okay, that's done. Any questions on anything we just went over? Because I'm going to jump over into the compensation really quick and kind of walk through what that looks like on how we get paid and the potential for everything else. If you guys have questions, don't hesitate. Okay. This is the like company compensation uh, briefing, right? Slide deck. Guys, Primerica pays 190% comp to the field. 190%. That's unheard of, right? So if you don't understand how that's possible, it's because life insurance, especially the first 2 years of a policy, are considered a loss. It's a write-off, right? But most other companies take the first year, pay commissions with it. They take the second year, pay for massive buildings. They pay for Jake's khakis. They pay for the lizard. They pay for the flow. They pay for ducks, right? That's where all that ad money goes. Well, Primerica doesn't do any of that. We don't have a general, right? We have y'all. So home office keeps 10%. The other 190% is eligible to be paid to the field. That's
Hey
insane.
Noah.
Yes.
Hey Noah. Thank you. I just have a question. Like, so with becoming a regional vice president, that primarily is you going out and recruiting people to be kind of like part of your team. Is that how it kind of works?
Yeah. You go
Or
get three and help them get three and then help them get three. And it just starts to snowball.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely. Yep.
okay. Thank you.
So let's check this out, guys. No other company does this, right? And it all starts with the field training bonus. That's your incentive as a newly like minted Primerica representative. You're not even an agent yet because you're not licensed. That's your opportunity to show up, smile and nod, set some appointments, and earn a big fat hairy bonus. Get your license within the first 90 days, otherwise it doesn't pay out, but that's your opportunity, right? There's also no limit on the bonus because I think the max bonus is like 18 grand that's ever been paid out. It's insane. That's wild. But here's the spread. Here's the commission spread. Like everybody starts off the same, right? You're brand new. You start as a representative. You're at a 25% contract. If you decided, like, if you told me to shut up and you don't want any of my help, you're going to go get licensed and you'll talk to me once you're licensed, amazing. I love you because you're going to be at a 25% contract and I'm at a 110% contract. Now you need my help. My override off of you, like the difference between my commission and yours is 85%. That's wild if you're direct to me and you tell me you don't want my help, right? But if you just like let me help, I can get you easily to a 60 or 50% commission contract and you keep it forever, right? Ask Matt. Matt's already at a 60% contract. He's been doing this for like 3 minutes and he's taking his securities exam, his first one, his SIE next month or like next week. That's success loving speed, guys. He said, what do I need to do? Do this. He said, all right, here I go. Now, is everybody going to go that fast? No. And that's okay. But that's what he wanted to do. So I will enable that. If you come in and you say, hey, I just want to get a license. Hey, take your time. Do whatever you want. But there's a spot for everybody, right? Guys, I have agents that have been around for like a year and change. They'll pop their heads up like little gophers, little groundhogs. They'll do one app a month, make 5, 6, 700 bucks, and go back until they see their shadow next month. I don't know. I love it. Hey, perfect. Do it. I wish you'd do more, but they're happy with it, right? There's a spot for everybody because most people come to this looking for an extra 3, 4, 500 bucks a month. You can do that helping one client a month. Okay. But look at the override spread, right? Let's just say, Matt, you get to a division contract and you bring on a couple of people that are senior reps, right? They do a one by one, they get their one recruit, they do 1,000 in premium, and now they're at a 35% contract. Your spread between them and you is still a 25% override. So they go write one sale, you're going to make 25%. You weren't even there, right? So a lot of this is based off of regional vice president stuff because that's really where you want to be. But guys, it doesn't matter. Everywhere along the chain, you make an override. Okay. We're gonna go past this really quick, but here's really like the math. If you just go recruit four people direct, go get four directs, and you help each of them get two. That's it. You got 20 people on your team in a week. That math goes really, really fast, guys. Super fast. If you make it 3 by 3 by 3, it's 27, right? It goes fast. So you're really focusing on building business and building distribution. Let's see. We don't need to worry about that. All right. Let me do one other thing really fast, and I'm going to use it off of the orientation packet that like our orientation packet. And I think it'll like kind of hammer home some of the compensation stuff. And then I'll take questions because I'm running a little early. It's good. Okay. So everyone's seen this, or at least they should have. This is the way when you're licensed and you write a sale that your pay works. Okay. So if you look down here, this is all based for easy math on 1,000 annual premium. Okay. 1,000 annual premium is essentially $83.33 a month times 12. Now, the annual premium math works no matter what the monthly payment is. This just makes it easy to see. Okay. Everyone's goal should be to get to a district contract, 50% commission. Because at a 50% commission, if you help an average client, you make about 500 bucks. Your advance, right? Within a couple of days of that processing, you get paid 375. That's your 75% advance. The other 125 bucks that you earned gets paid out in months 10, 11, and 12 of that first year of the policy. They're called earns. Guys, do you think 10 months from now, if you wrote a policy, you're going to remember what you wrote? I don't. I absolutely don't. But then you're just going to have a little bit of cash shows up. And you're like, oh, cool, beautiful, right? And if you're like me, you just let it go straight into your money market account. You pretend it doesn't exist. I never look at it. It just goes, boop, right?
I
And
always
so,
tell them I don't know when it pays out, that I don't see any of it.
yeah, it's okay, right? But guys, the math is the same no matter what level you're at. It's the same math. Everybody's advanced at 75% times your commission level. Okay. So here's the best way to think about this. If the policy is the same policy, it's the same client, it's the same policy. Would you rather make about 250 a client or six, seven, 800? It's a no-brainer. You should make more, right? And if you want to make more, the easiest way to do it is in the beginning, in your first 30 days, run these numbers. Run these numbers. Now, right? Fast start in the first 30 days. I'll tell you guys straight up, I am Santa Claus. Wherever you sort of arrive by the time you get appointed is probably where I'm going to like promote you, right? Here's why. If I promote you to the contract level that you earned, and instead of being like, oh no, man, sorry, you missed your 60% by 3 minutes because it's midnight, you're stuck at 50. One, you're going to be super salty. Two, now if you're a division and you're making more money to do the same thing, do you think the odds of you doing it more frequently are higher or lower? Higher. If you're in my business and you are in my brokerage, do you think I want you doing more production and making more money or less? Guys, like it's simple. I want you making more money. I want you making like so much money you never want to do anything else. At the end of the day, that's why we all started, right? And so I want you making more money. I want you having fun. I want you helping people. I want you building a business. I want you experiencing that freedom, right? I want you waking up to that do not reply advanced commission email. That's a great email, right? So guys, wherever you end up is where likely I will promote you. Okay. Unless you're mean. Don't be mean. But that's where you're going to end up because your bonus builds the entire 90 days. As long as you get your pre-licensing done in the first 60, your bonus builds for the entire time. You have to pass your exam before the 90-day point. If you don't pass the exam before the 90-day point, your bonus expires. Okay. Just so we're completely clear. And then the last piece is if you don't get at least a 1-by-1, you don't get at least one recruit and 1,000 in premium, there is zero bonus. The 50 credit goes away. If you do the pre-licensing stuff right now and you get the extra 50 credit, it goes away. Or you just get one recruit and 1,000 in premium and it turns into a 250 or a $300 bonus right now. Okay. So just know that if there's not a 1-by-1, there is no bonus. If you recruit somebody and they don't do anything, it doesn't matter. Your bonus is still going to go. It's still going to increase. Okay. You can recruit your spouse. You can recruit your adult kids. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Think about it like this. Would you trade 100 for 200? I would. If somebody said, no, here's 200, hand me 100, I'll give it to you. What's the catch? What's no catch? Okay, sure, yeah. I would do that all day, every day, and twice on Sundays, right? And that's essentially what you're doing because here's the dirty little secret. And I know we're recording, but it's a closed channel, so it doesn't really matter. If you sign them up and they don't do anything and they don't even start the licensing curriculum in about a week or 8 days or so, have them like email in and request a refund. Your bonus is still going to bump. You're still going to get at least a partial refund. Hey, like, oh, okay, right? Doesn't hurt my feelings. It's not my money, right? If you're interested in that and you have the premium, we'll talk about it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right. Here's the other reason to do some training. Check this out, guys. Any recruit that does actual field training and gets a bonus out of it, check out these stats. Look at this. Getting promoted to district leader, over 300% higher. Making money once they're licensed, 400% higher. Using their license and writing premium, over 300% higher. Building a team and personally recruiting and building distribution, 400% higher. That's because during field training, someone showed them what it looks like. They got in front of someone and showed someone value, and somebody's like, yeah, this makes total sense, right? That makes total sense. I didn't even realize I had such terrible life insurance, or even worse, I didn't have any insurance. And so your only job at that point is set the appointment, confirm it, and then show up and smile and nod. I'm going to do all the work. Angela's going to do all the work. Matt's going to do all the work. Haley's going to do all the work. Whoever your field trainer is that's actually helping you is the one that's going to do the work. If they're not available, one of us other trainers and licensed agents will step in and help, and we'll split them. It's fine. It's okay. Trust me. We are all a team, and everyone would rather have 50% of something than 100% of nothing. Every day. Every day, guys. Like, if Haley called me right now and she's like, no, I can't run this. I need you to do it. Cool. I got you. I'll split you, girl. Don't worry. I ain't gonna do it for free, but I'll split you. Right? It's okay. It's okay. So this is the comp, guys. This is how it works. A lot of times people ask, like, oh, well, like, do you get paid on like the 1st or the 15th, the once a month? No. You can get paid every day but Sunday. If you write business every day and it processes every day, you will get paid every day but Sunday. And once a month, you'll get paid on a Sunday. The last Saturday, Sunday before month end, you'll get paid. If you have something processing, you'll get paid. Right? It's called the Magic Sunday, Magic Saturday, however you want to look at it. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Sometimes money just shows up and like, where'd that come from? Oh, somebody wrote something. Or some sort of like earns check showed up. I have no idea. Right? That's life insurance. Let's hit really, really fast the other products, right? The client solutions. These are the things that don't require a license. Zero license required. Depending on the state, there are a few caveats, right? Don't make me use a little asterisk. But Vivint, guys, commissions are $250. This is not including any bonuses. That's just a straight up commission for a referral. Home and auto, $100 for auto, $95 for home. It's higher if you're like I think a regional vice president makes like 120. It's not that much different, right? The majority of that pay happens even at a rep level. All right. Legal Shield, it's about 40, $50. Those do go up pretty significantly. If you're at like a regional or a senior regional or an RVP level, I mean, I think you would end up getting like the first 2 or 3 months free almost, right? Haley just said senior regional is 100 for a PLPP referral. That's pretty solid, right? And then ID theft, again, is a cheaper product, so much cheaper commission, but it's still 40 or $50. It's still 40 or $50. That's crazy. I might do something wild, right? If put it in the Zoom chat, who is interested in either legal shield or identity theft or both? Who is thinking about it? Who has thought about it? Okay. Haley wants some. She's the only one. Matt. Okay. We
I actually made that 100 off of doing our own legal shield, just signing up.
yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Yeah, Webs use the army, right? It's free. You make JAG do their work. But guys, like if you're doing it, right? Or you think you want to do it, if we hit the numbers, I might need or I might do some sort of like incentive where I at least pay you back partially for your first month or something. Because there's a bonus. Like I think if we hit, I don't know, what was it? If we hit 10 PLPPs, there was some crazy bonus for like for the base shop. So heck, I'll help you guys out. I don't care. What was it? Yeah. If we hit 10 in the base, the base earns an extra $750 bonus. So I'll tell you what, if there are 10 of you that do your own PLPP, I'll kick you back the $30 for the first month. I'll reimburse you. But we got to hit 10. So think about it. If anybody wants it, now if you're in South Carolina, only Haley can write it. But I'll still reimburse you for the first month. If you're in any other state, do your own and get paid for it. You'll get paid and I'll reimburse you for the first month if we hit 10. Deal? I mean, oh yeah, Jess is Jess Mead is licensed for South Carolina too. But guys, if you would do your own, you would get the bonus potential and you would get the comp, plus I'll reimburse you for the first month. It's like $30. I'll kick it back to you, Cash App, Venmo, whatever. Or if you don't have a ticket yet for ECBS, you get your ticket for free. That's pretty fair too, right? That's pretty fair too. Yeah, Sam, you can do your own identity theft, man. You can do it yourself and get paid for it. So, whew, that's about 50 minutes. I'm about spent. What questions, guys? What questions do you have? Anything that we covered? Anything that's unclear? Put it in the Zoom chat, unmute yourself. It's free game, fair chicken, free chicken.